Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to your girl channel. I am super excited about today's video because your girl about to do a full face of new and kind of older products. A lot of them are pretty new, but I am revisiting them in this video, but some of them are new, like the new Urban Decay powder, the new Pat Mcgrath blushes. I have the Huda Beauty highlighter palette that just came out. I have the Ulta exclusive Colourpop palettes in my possession and a ton of other products. Some of them are my favorites that I've already talked about and have used, but some of them are new, but I'm excited. So enough with the intro. Let's go ahead and just get into the video. It is early that I'm filming this, by the way, so if I sound like I just woke up, I definitely just woke up. It's 8:19 in the morning and I'm filming this video, but I do want to start off with the Lineage Grapefruit Lip Balm because my lips are really dry. I just brushed my teeth and I need something to moisturize my lips. We're gonna start off with the eyes today because I want to do something really pretty and extravagant. So I'm just gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty eye primer. I used to be really obsessed with this primer and I just stopped using it because the MAC paint pot just really took over. So I just was like, you know, I just been using that consistently. I'm literally about to hit pan. So that MAC paint pot just kind of went in my official project pan, unofficially, officially went into it. And I missed this primer. I miss it so much. It sets itself, but it also kind of leaves a little bit of tackiness to kind of help your eyeshadow to grip. Okay, so for eyeshadow today, I'm gonna go in with the two new Ulta exclusive Colourpop palettes. I'm not doing a official review on these two palettes. I wanted to switch things up a bit. I didn't want it to get too repetitive because you know it can get repetitive real fast. So I decided to do a look with these today. Their eyeshadow formula is very consistent. That is one thing I can say. The other Colourpop Ulta exclusive palette, this is the Lust for Dusk palette. I said Dusk. Did I say Dusk? The Lust for Dusk palette, and I will do a dedicated video on this palette because I have some thoughts. I did the swatches and everything of this yesterday and I got some thoughts. Okay, so I want to do that separate. I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Take a Gander, and we're just gonna buff this shade all in the crease as kind of the transition shade, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But we are just gonna buff this all in the crease. Go into the shade Goose Chase, which is this brighter pink right here. We're just kind of gonna build up the crease with this shade. So we're gonna just plop it into the crease, but we're just gonna kind of build it up to add some dimension. I don't know if you guys know, but I told y'all that I moved into a new apartment, which I did. But that was maybe a month ago, a month and a half ago. But you guys will not believe that I moved again into another apartment because we had found out that the apartment was infested with fruit flies and they just was not going away. They constantly stayed and we tried literally everything to get rid of them. So they ended up giving us a new apartment that we moved into. So everything is pretty much different. I have my vanity in here now. And at first it was just my vanity. I had my vanity in the bedroom, but I have it in here now, which is nice because I love it. I can use it a lot more. We had a week to move out of the old apartment into a new one. And that just was really hard because we also had work, but we got it done as a team, you know? So that was stressful, but it got done. And now I can eat comfortably, sit comfortably, you know, and just film comfortably. Cause when I would film, they would just fly everywhere, you know? It just was really horrible, but now it's all good and we love it here. And I'm really excited to finally film my beauty room tour and things like that in my makeup collection, because when I posted that that poll and asked if you guys wanted to see that. I was just getting ready to film it. Then we had to move, so I had to redo the whole thing over again. So now I finally got it where I want it. I still have a couple more things to tweak here and there before I really want to like film, but I do plan on filming that video this week and hopefully post it this week, or if not this week, next week, but it's coming very soon. I want to go into the deepest shade in the palette, and I'm just gonna kind of like draw myself a wing, but wing it out, because I want to do one of those looks today. I'm really excited about it. So I'm just really keeping the shade strictly in the crease. I kind of want it to almost be black in a way, but I feel like that's not happening. It's not getting as dark as I want it to. So we're gonna try the shade in the High Tide palette, the deepest shade right here, and we're just gonna see what that does. If that gives me, oh, it kind of does. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Different. It's different than what I thought, but we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna keep this in the crease. I like that it's distinct. You guys can actually like see it. It's a distinct shade. And I'm gonna go back into that like fluffier brush that I went in with and kind of just like blend it, the edges a bit, so it's not so harsh. I'm gonna take a Q-tip and some micellar water, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up all of this, but like cut my crease. And this is also like a really easy way to cut the crease. So if you find that you kind of struggle with cut creases, I feel like you could do this technique, or you could just cut the crease. But since the shade that I went in is really dark, I want to make sure that I can, I clean it up so I can get the most out of the color that I'm going to put down. Let's try the Free Floatin' shade. I feel like I need something that's a little bit lighter, or this might work. This might work. Also gonna do is go back into that like pencil type brush, and we're gonna go back into the shade Lunar, and we're just gonna kind of like connect the outer wing to this, like this, kind of like that. We're just gonna connect it. And we're also gonna go into that purple just to kind of like bring back that color that's in the crease. It's a lot. I told you I really wanted to go ham today, but we're also gonna just clean this up. I'm gonna use this liner right here from Tarte and just line my upper lash line. I'm gonna go in with the Essence Princess Lash False Lash Effect Mascara. This mascara is, I think, a TikTok mascara, but I wouldn't say it's like the best mascara I've ever tried. It's a great mascara from the drugstore, but like, as far as like, oh my god, I might repurchase this, I don't necessarily know. But I mean, it is really inexpensive, but it's a pretty good mascara. I have these new lashes from Kiss. These just came out. They're available at Ulta. This is their Pride lashes. I have the style Honey and Sweetie. I think a portion of the proceeds go to the Trevor Project. So if you buy a pair of these lashes, you're gonna be donating to the Trevor Project. I will say these lashes cost $4.99 each, which is great for lashes. I love that price, but they're gorgeous lashes. Like, they're really, really beautiful. I think today I might go on with the style Honey. I think this look just needs the style Honey today. I just feel like it does. These lashes are gorgeous. Wow, I feel like lashes literally make every single look. But now we're gonna get into complexion, because this is the part that I'm really excited. I wanted to do my eyes first because the fallout, y'all know the fallout is real. I'm gonna go on with this Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I got this in my BoxyCharm pop-up order. I really wanted to buy this. This was like $12, and I think regular price it's pretty expensive. But it says it's infused with 24 karat gold. This is bougie, okay? Farsali is bougie, so. Okay, so it feels good going on the face, but I'm not a fan of the scent. at all, but that's just me. You guys, I'm like really sensitive to scents because like I have allergies and things like that. So whatever I put on my face, it's just like, if I don't like the scent, like that just deters me away from the product. Next, we're gonna go into the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer Mist. I love this. I'm almost done, but this is definitely a repurchase for me. I just love that it adds like that extra layer of, you know, primer and things like that. So I did pick up the Farsali Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum. I already own the Makeup Revolution liquid powder, and everyone was saying that this was a dupe for this. So I'm just gonna try out the Farsali one today and see what it does. It's much more white than the Makeup Revolution one for sure. Oh, that feels good. Oh yeah, it kind of is giving me like Laura Mercier like blurring primer vibes, but it feels good. It definitely blurred my skin. It looks really good. Wow, it feels good too. All right. I like it. Kind of does feel the same as like that Makeup Revolution one. So if you don't want to spend the full price on this Farsali one, which it is pretty expensive, you can just get the Makeup Revolution one. But I will say that the Farsali one smells good, and it is the OG. So for foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty foundation. I'm in the shade 460W. I haven't used this in a while because last time I used it, I just did not feel like, I wasn't feeling it because it looked really light. But then when I went to Sephora to kind of like go and get another one, the next shade up was just extremely dark. So we were just like, I guess this is the one that is right for me. I just have to get over it not being the complete perfect shade for me. But I really do love this. I love the formula of it. Like, do you guys see? It kind of looks like when you blend it in and it sets, it's fine. But I find that less is more with this product. I just like how lightweight it is, but it also looks beautiful on the skin. Out of all the other ones that I've like tried from the brand, like the other shades, this one is definitely like the best match for me. The lady was like, this looks good, what are you talking about? But I really think that it just had to do with like the way my lighting was that day. I just was like, wait a second, I don't like how this looks. Less is definitely more, but do you guys see how gorgeous this foundation is? I'm obsessed, and my hair keeps getting everywhere. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go in with a little more around my mouth because I feel like I don't have enough. So now that we have our foundation on, we're gonna go into concealer. And for concealer, I have been using the Conceal and Define Infinite Longwear Crease Proof Concealer, and it is definitely crease proof. And I love this concealer. It's really inexpensive. I think it's like $10. It does not crease. I love when claims are so true on products and it's just not like a gimmick, but it's definitely really good. So I don't wanna mess up my makeup. Just want to blend that in and down the nose. Okay, using the tiny end of this brush does take a little bit more work, but I like how it just like, I cannot mess up my eyeshadow if I like use the smaller part, but then I'll go in with the brush part and go over the concealer right here and just like use the brush and then go in the smaller side. I love this brush. I did end up picking up another one like I said I would, and I just love this brush. Like, it's just perfect. I didn't even need a sponge. And everything is just blended seamlessly. For powder, I am gonna go in with the Urban Decay Translucent Setting Powder. You guys, I'm so mad I didn't review this on my channel or use it on my channel, but I'm doing it today. I was like, I need to use this on my channel so they can see how this powder looks. I love this powder because I can go in to this powder all over my face, and that's rare with a powder, y'all. Like, it's so rare. But it just like blurs my skin. Look at how gorgeous this looks. Oh, I love it. And with that crease proof concealer from Makeup Revolution, oh, you know I'm cutting up with my makeup. I am cutting up. I'm gonna set my smile lines because I swear I'm always creasing in my smile lines, and no matter how much I set it or how much I bake, I will always crease in my smile lines. Like, it's just really excessive. smile lines, but I'm just setting basically my whole face kind of. For contour and bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place bronzer palette. So I use the shade Deep Dark as my contour shade. It's technically a bronzer. It's not really a contour, but for me, I can use it as a contour. So I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here and just focus this in the socket of my cheekbone. I am gonna go into my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder right here, and I'm just gonna clean that up before I bronze. That's what I like to typically do. Sometimes I bake, sometimes I don't. Depends on my mood. Today I'm not gonna bake, I'm just gonna clean it up. For bronzer, I'm gonna go into the dark palette from Juvia's Place and just bronze up this face and add some warmth back into it because I definitely need some. So now that we're all bronzed and things like that, I have new blushes from Pat Mcgrath. Yes, your girl bought Pat Mcgrath's blushes, y'all. Okay, I know, really expensive. I did film a video with these, like strictly with these blushes. I didn't like how it came out, so I was like, you know what, I'll just do a look using the blushes. I do love the formula. They are very expensive, and I am gonna quickly just say, you don't need to go out and buy high-end blushes. Like the drugstore has them for a really, really affordable price, so you don't have to feel like, you know, you need to go out and buy high-end blushes. But I just wanted to treat myself because I've never tried Pat Mcgrath, and I've always heard people talk about them. Her eyeshadow palettes are still a little bit too much for me, but I bet the quality is definitely amazing like everyone says it is. But for me, it's just too expensive. But I was like, okay, I love blush. I'm obsessed with blush, and I love me a good blush. So Pat Mcgrath, I'm gonna try your blushes. And I'm happy that I did. I picked up 3. The third one is somewhere. It's just so messy. This table is so messy. But for today, I'm gonna use, which one? So this one is the berry one. This is the shade Love Struck right here. Then we have, which one? We have, these are so hard to open. This one right here, which is probably the one I'm gonna go in with, is Electric Bloom. And this one right here is in the shade Paradise Venus. And this is one of those like everyday blush colors, which is, I love. Ooh, I might go in with this one. Ooh, okay, I might go with this one first, and then we'll see if I feel like I need some more blush. So I need to clean my brushes. I feel like I say that all the time, but I really do. So this is the, what is this called? I keep forgetting. Paradise Venus blush. Oh, this is pretty. It's a really gorgeous everyday kind of blush. I love the formula. They blend very seamlessly, and they just melt into the skin. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. Yeah, so each of these blushes do retail for $38. Oh, I think I might just keep this one today because it's pretty. Wow, that's pretty. Okay, I think I might just use this one. Oh, but then I kind of want, I'm just gonna take a dab of this one. This is Electric Bloom, just so you guys can kind of like, ooh, girl, ooh. Just a dab, okay? You guys know I love blush, so. These are really good, very compact. The only thing, if I had like one thing to say about these blushes, is that I do wish that it was like a different color, or the name of the blush was like a little bit bigger, because it's really, really tiny in the back of the blushes, and it's just like, I don't know what I'm pulling from. I have to like really take the time out to look for what I'm looking for. That's the only thing, because they all look exactly the same. They have Pat Mcgrath Labs on the front of them, and they're just black. So that's the only thing with those. I think we're gonna take this shade right here called Nest Egg. Yeah, ew, it's such a weird name, Nest Egg, and we're just gonna run this on the lower lash, because we have it all on the crease, but we don't have pink on the lower lash, so that's what we're doing. I do feel like if you have Bye Bye Birdie, then you don't need the Fine Feather palette, because it's like, Fine Feathered is like the older sister to Bye Bye Birdie. I feel like Fine Feather is a palette for those people who missed out on Bye Bye Birdie, and you wanted to get your hands on it, but for some reason you just couldn't, so Fine Feathered was I don't know, thought of, put out. But the other palette, the High Tie palette, definitely an addition to your collection. I don't think there's really any other like seafoam green kind of palettes like that. If anything, it could have just easily been another monochromatic palette, you know what I mean? But I do like that they came out with a palette like that because it's really different. It's like blue and green mixed together. Like, it's really pretty. I did end up picking up the new Huda Beauty Obsessions highlighter palette, and I did film a video with this. I haven't decided if I'm gonna post it, but I did review it. I might still end up posting that video, so you know, definitely be on the lookout for that. But I am gonna use it today. I love this palette. It's really cute, easy to put in like your travel makeup bag, which is exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here, and we're just gonna highlight. And I got the deepest one. There's 3 different shades, which I love because I hate buying highlighter palettes that I can only use like 2 shades in the palette. Like, that's a waste of money to me. Like, I want a palette where I can use all the shades, and this is it. I will say, like, everyone doesn't like the packaging, which I did see a lot of people talking about the packaging. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much, but I do feel like she could have possibly done something a little bit different, you know? But do you guys see that gorgeous glow? It's absolutely beautiful. With the Colourpop exclusive collection, they did release like new Super Shock shadows. I didn't use these today. I might take some of this one. This is the shade Sure Thing. And I'm just gonna plop a little bit of this on my lid, just for like a little bit of like glow, like metallic glow, just to make it pop, because I want that shade to pop even more. See, oh, now that is gorgeous. Like, that just takes it to a whole another level. And that's what I love about the Super Shocks. Like, I love topping like regular shimmer shadows with Super Shocks because they're really pretty. And this is the shade Sure Thing. So I am going to go in with my Juvia's Place liner in the shade Cola and just line my lips. Y'all know I'm obsessed with this. Juvia's Place lip glosses. I love these. I don't know what I'm going to use today. I think, do I want to go clear? Do I want to go nude? I think I might go with this shade. This is Sis. I knew I was going to pick this one because Sis is my favorite. It's my favorite Juvia's Place gloss. They all smell like Fruit Loops, y'all. If y'all haven't tried them, they smell like Fruit Loops. They smell so good. I love me some Juvia's Place gloss. Seriously, they're just literally, oh, they're so good. Okay, so, oh my God, I forgot that I freaking had this. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I really wanted to use this and I'm so mad that I didn't. I just looked down and I was like, oh my God, I forgot that I had this. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm just gonna do some finishing touches because this is normally how I would do my makeup. I would do everything that I just did, but then I'd go in with this and a couple of other products that like finish off my makeup look. So I need to brighten under my eyes. So what I like to do is take the Jaclyn Cosmetics Eye Brightener palette, or like setting palette, and go in with this shade right here and just add this under my eyes to like brighten. Gives me a little bit more of a brighten look under the eyes. I'm also gonna go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Luminous Powder. I like to use this at the end of my makeup as well, just to give myself a little bit of like glow. I'll dab in there and take some in the cap and just like dust it off and just kind of like brush over my face with it just to give myself a little bit of glow. And go over the forehead a bit with it. It's really pretty. It's like a subtle difference, but I love it. And then I'm also gonna go into my Kosas powder, and this is the shade Silky. And I'm also just gonna take that same brush and kind of just like set my makeup with it. And lastly, I'm gonna go in with my absolute favorite setting spray. It's from Colourpop. It's the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Setting Spray. I'm literally about to be done. I'm trying to like really finish this up because I have a backup, but I want to finish this first. And then I'm also gonna go in with the Iconic London Prep Set Glow Setting Spray for a little bit of, you know, more glowiness to the face. I love using this at the end. Here is the finished look, you guys. had so much fun using old and new products on camera for you guys. There was a lot of products I didn't get to use today that I really wanted to, but a lot of these products I have already tested out, and some of them I haven't tested out, but I just wanted to revisit using some of the other products. Definitely stay tuned for a product roundup video because I have all of the new products that I've recently viewed and reviewed a little, like maybe a month or two ago, that I want to just revisit and share my thoughts on. I know I get a lot of comments saying that I review products but then I don't revisit it all the time, or sometimes I will but I don't always do it. That's because I need at least a month or like 2 months to really test out the products, use them on my own time so I can have like my complete formulated thoughts after using them, because sometimes my opinions change. Sometimes they end up not being really good. Sometimes they end up being like, sometimes I didn't like it, but then I end up loving it after constantly using it. So I just like to give myself a little bit more time to play with the products, but do know that, trust me, I always want to revisit using products. I definitely am going to start working on doing that and doing my reviews differently and doing this type of video. If you guys liked that I did this, it kind of was like mini reviews. I like to go in depth with a certain product, so doing this kind of video was different because like with the Huda palette, I have more thoughts on this, but because I just used it in the video, I didn't want to like spend so much time on this palette, you know what I mean? So definitely let me know in the comments what you guys want to see and how you guys want to see it. If you guys just want a mixture of different things, definitely let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below before you go, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.